can we? Can we just see it one time? It's called the watermelon kick. That's the name of it. This is how it is. It sits there like a watermelon. Greg Zuerlein kicks it. The Falcons are allowed to pick it up at any time before the 10 yards. They could even just kick the ball out of bounds if they want, and that would be it. They could do anything they want. Instead, the Falcons sit and wait for it to go 10 yards as if they were the kicking team. One of the most mind-boggling onside kicks I've ever seen. Now, after the game, Dan Quinn said the players, they knew the rule that just you don't want to jump on it because it could have a crazy spin. I don't know. There's 4 players in Falcons jerseys just watching the ball roll 10 yards. It's 28-3 is the worst loss I've ever seen, and I saw it in person, and it's historic. This is not that far off. This was a terrible, terrible loss. To be up 9 points late, to be up 19 points at the half, and to give up the watermelon kick, just a gut punch of epic proportions for the Falcons fans. I'm sorry this morning.
We're going to talk about the watermelon all morning. Peter's saying that 440-1 is the new 28-3. But as far as the Cowboys, listen, this was a disgusting, ugly, messy, sloppy, sugar-filled, gross win. They fumbled 5 times in the first quarter. They getting guys just prancing around for a touchdown whenever and they won. And the takeaway shot after the watermelon and after the whole thing, Mr. Jones in the box, as we've already shown, right here. It almost looks like he's doing the Shawn Merriman lights out dance. This look to me isn't just exultation and joy, it's relief. It's, oh, I don't care if we were down 100 points and gave up 6,000 yards. We won. Because in December, when they're fighting for a wild card or fighting for the division, no one gives a damn about the watermelon or who did what. Just win the game. The Cowboys are wildly flawed right now. I mean, that was disgusting. It was a win. Move on, win. We'll work on it on the fly, but they won in the strangest, ugliest win so far.
No doubt. Listen, I'll keep it quick because we got to bring Ian in. Mike Tice, when my rookie year was going through the ups and downs of a traditional NFL season, said never apologize for a win.
Yep.
Keep it short and sweet. Tell me about the mistakes, cool. Tell me about the great things they did, cool. Never apologize for a win. Cowboys, they're on the board with 1 victory.
They are, and of course, then their friends in the NFC East had some losses, so we'll get to those in a bit. But let's bring in Ian Rappaport, our NFL Network insider. A somber tone from me this morning to you, Ian. Unfortunately, you have to talk to us about all of the brutal injuries that hit the league yesterday. Let's start with Saquon Barkley, just devastating.
Yeah, devastating. And really, Kay, a devastating day, as you mentioned, all around for injuries. But for Saquon Barkley, who, of course, went down hard on his knee after going down on his shoulder the previous carry, he is believed to have torn his ACL and would knock him out for the season. This is based on the initial test, the on-field, the manual test, and then otherwise for Saquon Barkley right after the game. He's going to have some more tests and MRI today, but the belief is that he is out for the season with this torn ACL. One of the best backs in football. Now we're not going to see him until 2021. And, of course, the Giants and new coach Joe Judge, they likely lose a big-time weapon. Potentially, though, help could be on the way. Devontae Freeman, one of the best free agent running backs around, who spent the weekend with the Philadelphia Eagles. He is expected to visit the Giants. He should be there today. He's going to visit. He's going to work out. He's going to go through COVID testing. Potentially, they could sign him to replace Saquon.
When Saquon left the game, it was Dion Lewis who took over to the tune of 14 carries for 56 yards and a touchdown. They also have Wayne Gallman on the roster. Now, Saquon wasn't the only superstar running back to leave the field yesterday. What's going on with Christian McCaffrey?
Well, Christian McCaffrey's injury, unlike Saquon Barkley, is a little more uncertain. He injured his foot or ankle on a 7-yard touchdown in the fourth quarter, taped his ankle up on the sideline, then was ruled out, did not return. He's going to have some tests today just to determine exactly what this is. The initial belief is that it's not too serious, really not something of grave concern, certainly nothing in the Barkley category, but everything is going to be determined in these tests. And, of course, when he left, Mike Davis, their backup running back, took over the carries through the rest of the game.
Mike Davis, of course, they're former Bear and Seahawk, and they also have former Jet Trenton Cannon on the roster behind CMC. We'll see where it goes and who you should pick up on waivers. I know it's so many injuries, so we'll have you back, unfortunately, pretty often today, Ian. No good news to share right now. We'll be back after this with more highlights for you guys. Thanks for waking up and choosing us this morning. Yes, we will go to Lamar Jackson. Unstoppable again. Did Houston have enough to keep track? We've got Ravens, Texans highlights on the way.
We are loaded with every touchdown from every game
to the end zone
every Sunday afternoon.
Wide open for the touchdown.
We were built for days like today.
Each year, Americans waste $21 billion by overpaying on car insurance. That's why I went to thezebra.com. Because while every company claims to save you money on car insurance, the Zebra shows you who actually can.
Compare car insurance for free at thezebra.com today.
At Tommy John, we believe you deserve the most comfortable underwear and breathable, supportive, lightweight stretch fabrics for the perfect fit on every guy. We believe in can't believe they never thought of that designs, like our Stay Put waistband and the horizontal quick draw fly. We believe the daily grind should only be in your coffee cup, not in your underwear. Plus, we guarantee no wedgies, no adjustment needed. Feeling is believing. So upgrade now and get 20% off your first order at TommyJohn.com with this code.
Tonight on NFL Total Access. They say it's the Death Star where opponents' dreams come to die. Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara say we'll just see about that. Saints and Raiders and Week 2 awards tonight, 7 Eastern.
Be good, be long, be right. No Barney's if that baby bopping for the hype. Had phone call, about to hit a play. On the weekend, in LA. Said you wouldn't get far. Boy, they was wrong, boy, they was gone. Know it's what they called. Everything I did, everything I lived through was worth. Yeah, I never did an eye for an eye. Prior to the side, I was getting by for days. Now I'm fresh by half a days.
Go to NFLshop.com and get free shipping.
Self-disappointment.
We're all here for football.
That is how we start the show, baby.
It's about that time.
We're talking about those epic matchups.
He's got it.
That was out of control.
It couldn't get any better than this.
And instant classics.
What a throw and catch.
This is going to live forever.
We're here for the Thursday night throwdowns.
Unbelievable.
He can do it all. He is the guy that makes everything go.
Sunday morning breakdowns.
Those guys are going to have to step up. They've got to reestablish the ground game.
And all the inside lowdown.
I got to be a part of that.
Brady has an agreement to join the Buccaneers.
He is ready to go.
Your team.
I think he is a great target.
Still going.
Our team.
The best wide receiver in the NFL.
Every team.
Touchdown.
If it happens in this league,
Why we love football.
we're all here for it.
It's on.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
NFL Network. We're here for football.
Oh, wait.
It's going to be a good one.
All right, so here's how Mike Evans showed up for week 2 of the home opener. He's got the T-shirt. Says, I love my wife. And if you look at the fine print, this is for letting me play video games. Yeah. Shout out to Ashley Evans, his wife, and Assassin's Creed, or whatever it may be, the game. Congratulations, Mike. Would it be turning into a video game that once the action hit the field? Let's take a look at Panthers Bucks. Check out who showed up. All right, so Brett Favre is there. He's just eating potato chips with the Tom Brady shirt on. It looks like a bag of chips that's not from the stadium either, like he brought it from home. Also, he doesn't have a mask on. Like Favre is just so Favre, even in retirement. 7-0, Mike Evans. There's your video game. I don't know what you're into. Dig Dug, Commando, Joust, Jackal. Christian McCaffrey got banged up in this game despite being productive, as always. 21-14, fourth quarter. Teddy B! Ow! Intercepted by Carlton Davis III. I wonder if it's tough to be named Carlton. That name just makes you think immediately of Fresh Prince. Then again, he's Carlton Davis III. So that's a legacy for him. Buccaneers 31, Panthers 17. Got an awesome run by Fournette late to seal it.
All right, guys, I have the Washington football team versus the Arizona undefeated team. Kyler Murray, first quarter, scored 0-0, back in the end zone, helmet higher. DeAndre Hopkins wide open. I don't know how they let him get wide open after last week. It seems like their combination is really starting to heat up. The chemistry is there, fourth quarter now. Cardinals leading 20-3. And Kyler Murray, run, Murray, run. Oh, man. The NFL better watch out. Kyler Murray is figuring it out. It's like he's understanding his superpowers. The Cardinals, they would go on to win 30-15. Murray was doing his thing.
This is very risky here.
That's a great young quarterback. Here's another one, Lamar Jackson. Remember, the Ravens haven't lost a regular season game in 13 heading into this one. 4th and 1, we're going to go for it in the first quarter with Deshaun Watson, knowing how good that Ravens is. This is in their own territory. Deshaun looking incomplete. Very aggressive play call by Bill O'Brien. Of course, the Ravens take over, and from there, one of the cooler plays of the week, they would have a touchdown. Now let's look. Patrick Ricard is the fullback. Look at this catch from the fullback on 1st and goal. Beautiful. Spikes it. Ravens are rolling from that point on. Deshaun looking. Remember we talked about their defense last week? How about LJ Fort?
Yeah.
Take it to the house. To the house. Get in there. Ravens, 9th defensive touchdown since last season, the most in the NFL. Just stars on stars and stars. And then the 4th quarter, here we go. 4th and 1. Why is Mark Ingram at quarterback? Because this is the play call. Go, big fella, and then watch the celebration. I'm watching this Cobra Kai show. Fantastic move right there with the roundhouse. Just tremendous. Ravens roll, absolutely destroy the Texans in this one. JJ wanted a couple plays. It wasn't enough. Ravens cruise to victory on the road, 33-16. Lamar Jackson after the game, speaking about the victory in Houston.
Offensive line doing a great job. Getting that push, getting the defensive line on their toes. And our backs just explosive, and they good. You know, that's why we got them here. Our offensive line just keep doing their great job that they're doing. Running backs just keep doing their job. We know the sky's the limit.
2 decisive wins for the Ravens. As great as the offense was, Kyle, I love that the defense broke this thing open. Great highlight by Peter. You had Fort there with the scoop and score off a fumble by Marlon Humphrey, back-to-back with Marcus Peters and a diving interception. Next week, they have the Chiefs Monday night. Those two, that secondary is going to be decisive in who comes out on top. What stood out to you in this win?
Well, you know, after sweeping the leg, Ingram was saying after the game, he said, new identity this year, new team. It's about creating a new character. That was his whole platform of his post-game speech. And he's right in a way. What stood out is that the Ravens look better than last year. You got to be kidding me if you're going against this team and you know all the weapons they have. Sorry, we didn't prepare for LJ Fort to turn us inside out on defense. You at home, are you familiar with LJ Fort? Full disclosure, I'm not. He's undrafted out of Northern Iowa about 8 years ago, and here he is making huge plays for the Ravens. And on the other side, imagine if the Ravens have you on the goal line, Lamar's going to do this and this. No, we're going to go to Project Pat Ricard, the main black bear. It's like, I can't cover Project Pat. And he, by the way, makes a diving catch. 20 years ago, that's a spectacular highlight that's on the George Michael Sports Machine. And for them, it's made by their fullback who sometimes played defense. What I'm saying is there are so many appendages and phalanges for this octopus that the Ravens run out. There's no way you could accommodate for them. Even if you stop the stars, Fort and Ricard will eat you alive. This is the juggernaut, guys.
No doubt about it. Hey, listen, full disclosure for everybody watching, all of the viewers, what we try to do on the show is bring variety. We try to talk about a lot of different things. You know, we try to change it up. If Lamar's balling, we'll talk about a guy like Project Pat or Fort. We'll talk about different individuals on the team. But I'm going to keep talking about Lamar Jackson because he's going to keep balling out every single week. So here it is. Lamar Jackson, once again, no reason he was the unanimous MVP last season. I believe the second one only to do that. And here he was just diming up individuals. He is so fast, and watch him protect his body. He's not taking hits. So the narrative that he's not going to be able to last, the narrative that he can't throw, the narrative that he isn't a franchise quarterback, he has answered all those questions, and he continues to raise the bar. Lamar Jackson is fantastic, and I will talk about him every week.
You should. And how about the offensive coordinator, Greg Roman, calling a game plan that had everyone touch the ball? I'm watching this game, and do you know who led the team in carries? It wasn't Dobbins or Ingram or even Lamar Jackson. It was Gus Edwards yesterday, and Willie Snead had a touch. And they're giving everyone the rock. It's so hard to stop them. Kyle, you named them an octopus. I feel like whenever there's an animal that has 12 arms and legs is what they are. Everyone gets involved. They spread the ball around. Look, the Texans, their game plan yesterday was to stop Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews didn't do much, okay? So what? They find everyone else to get involved. It's Hollywood. It's Boykin so many times in this game. And then if it doesn't work, Lamar just runs and he finds a way. Literally, there are so many weapons on this team. This is the play call I loved because it's 4th and 1 and they go to the Wildcat. And look who's on the wide receiver. Look who's at wide receiver there following him. It's Lamar. He's the one chasing him down. And they lined him up wide. It's an amazing team to watch. And I'll tell you this. They might be better than they were last year. They might be more fun than they were last year. And they might be more ready for the playoffs than they were last year. I cannot wait for next Monday night. Chiefs-Ravens, let's start hyping it up right now.
And let's start talking about those Chiefs after this. Can we talk about this team, please? We saw the rookie, Justin Herbert. Those highlights up next. Yes, the defending Super Bowl champs had a pretty tough matchup against their AFC West rivals. We've got your Chiefs, 2-0 start. Sure. We'll show you how we got there.
At NFL Network, we're here for Thursday and a Sunshine State showdown.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
We're here for Fitz Magic and Minshew Mania. With receivers rising and big studs circling.
Got another with a stiff arm. He's gone. Unbelievable.
For a new day in the 305.
It's a touchdown.
And high hopes in Duval. We're here for Thursday. Dolphins, Jaguars, Thursday Night Football. Thursday at 8, only on NFL Network.
For more than 150 years, Brinks has been trusted with keeping your money safe. Now, Brinks introduces the Brinks Money Prepaid MasterCard to help protect what matters most to you. When security matters most to your family, you can trust Brinks.
Managing a family is a big responsibility.
They rely on us, and we rely on Brinks.
When having confidence that your money is safe matters most, Brinks can help. And integrity and trust are hallmarks of Brinks' heritage.
I trust Brinks to help me do the right things with my money. And my family trusts me.
When getting paid fast matters most, you can trust direct deposit with Brinks. Get your paycheck or government payments up to 2 days faster.
Direct deposit puts our money in our hands faster than a paper check.
And Brinks helps us spend responsibly. We can track our purchases and pay bills online.
The Brinks difference? All the simple-to-use budgeting tools that make us better at managing our money.
And doing a better job gives us peace of mind.
Call now or go online to order your Brinks Money Prepaid MasterCard. There's no credit check and no cost to order. When having control of your money matters most, you can trust Brinks. Just load money onto your card account or use direct deposit. Shop at your favorite stores or online. Pay bills, buy groceries.
With Anytime Alerts, I get a text message every time I use my card, so I can keep track of my balance.
Call now or go online to order your Brinks Money Prepaid MasterCard. There's no credit check and no cost to order. And with a qualifying direct deposit, we'll upgrade you to Brinks Preferred, including a savings account that can earn up to a 5% annual percentage yield. Even choose your card design. Now it's your turn to experience the Brinks difference. Get paid up to 2 days faster with direct deposit with the Brinks Money Prepaid MasterCard. Get the peace of mind you deserve with MasterCard's zero liability protection. For more than 150 years, Brinks has helped people build better lives by protecting what matters most. Call right now to order your Brinks Money Prepaid MasterCard. Call 1-800-971-2885. There's no cost to order. Call now.
I want to use my platform to speak out for people who can't speak out for themselves. Whether it was criminal justice reform, education disparity, police, community engagement, it's like, let me do my part. This started with this bill to restore voting rights.
Players from the Saints helped that law get passed because they got involved.
When an athlete steps up, people listen.
It's the power of collaboration. That's how we create change.
Want to dominate your fantasy league?
Let's go, points, man!
Our experts have the insights to give you the winning edge. He's got the skills. He's got the speed. The dude is like a rocket. NFL Fantasy Live, tonight at 6 on NFL Network.
We've got highlights all morning, but we're also looking ahead to Thursday. Sunshine State showdown. The Dolphins, man, they were a handful for the Bills yesterday. We'll get to that. They're taking on the Jaguars on Thursday Night Football. Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern only on NFL Network. Gardner Minshew under the bright lights. Can't wait.
Yeah. Jags Titans yesterday. Minshew was out there, career high completion percentage and passer rating in week 1. How would he respond in week 2? Well, let's get to Stephen Gostkowski, who missed everything in week 1, and at the end of the game, nails one to put it away here. Okay, now there's a chance for the Jaguars to do this. 2nd and 1 on their own 45. Gardner Minshew goes back. He's having an amazing game so far. He's looking for Cole, and it gets deflected, and it's intercepted. Harold Landry with the pick. Take another look here. Titans would win this game 33-30. Minshew, quick turnaround. Kay, as you mentioned, they got the Dolphins on Thursday night.
Speaking of those Dolphins, let's go to Florida. Is Josh Allen going to mess around and win the MVP? I don't know. It's a stacked category, but he looks great. 7-7 early. Launches it. Stephon Diggs, touchdown. That's his first touchdown as a Buffalo Bill. Looked great yesterday. Big numbers. Look how sweaty Allen is. It's humid down there, ain't it, Josh? That ain't fireball, my friend. 24-20, though. Miami stuck around. And just look at the flick of the wrist. Look out. We got John Smokey Brown. Touchdown. Josh Allen, 417 yards. You play that guitar. First Bills quarterback with a 400-yard day since Drew Bledsoe. Bills 2-0. Break them up.
Golly, he threw it off his back leg. Okay, Drew Lock, the Broncos at the Steelers. He takes a hit, and he was getting beat up in this game. He was ruled out after this. That was a right shoulder injury. Bud Dupree has been an absolute beast to start this season. Okay, 4th quarter now. Pittsburgh up 17-14. Big Ben. Speaking of MVP, could Big Ben win the MVP? He's playing like it, guys. He is Deontay Johnson, 28-yard touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger,
yes.
2 touchdowns. He would give the ball to a fan. Oh, wait, the fan, it's Juju. Okay, I like that, guys. Great celebration later in the 4th. Broncos now trailing. Jeff Driscoll in. He had 2 touchdowns on the day with throwing interception. And this right here was another takedown. Terrell Edmonds, turnover on downs. The Steelers, they are now 2-0, and they look really good, guys. They win this one, 26-21.
Yeah, James Conner would put that one away with a long run. Let's go to SoFi here. Weird deal. Tyrod Taylor, right before the game, is told and is notified, well, you ain't in because Justin Herbert is. There was a chest injury for Taylor, and Justin Herbert makes his first career start without knowing he was going to be the starter and was incredible. Truly an unbelievable debut from Justin Herbert. 4th quarter, though, Mahomes down 8, does Mahomesian things. Rolls right. Do we have time to run wasp? Something like that. Tyreek Hill, deep pass. Unbelievable. Chiefs start getting going here. That was Cheetah's first big play. How about 3rd and 20? Mahomes. Okay, just do a little dump off here. Let's settle for something. No, how about he runs for 21 yards and converts and keeps the game alive? Unreal comeback here, but Harrison Butker would come on to put the game to overtime on a 30-yarder. He was good. That was nothing compared to what he would do in overtime. All right, interesting times here in OT because the Chargers, well, they didn't go for it when they could have. Instead, the Chiefs get the ball, and now we have a 4th down situation, and Andy Reid brings on Butker for the game. 58 yards away. Wait a second. There's a flag. Okay, 5 yards back. All right, let's do this again. All right, 58 yards. Can Butker make this? Let's see. And the kick. Oh, but wait a second. Yeah, that one counts. That one's good. It was after a false start and after a timeout. Butker makes the 3rd one. So he made a 53-yarder, a 58-yarder, and a 58-yarder. Chiefs escape SoFi Stadium with a victory. Mahomes was insane in 4th quarter and overtime, and he was happy after the win. Let's hear from the quarterback and the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah, it means a lot. I mean, obviously we didn't play the way we wanted to play, but to find a way to win. I think that when you get to the playoffs or when you get to later in the season and trying to make these runs, not every game's going to be a blowout. Not every game you're going to be winning the whole entire game. There's going to be difficult situations. I mean, there's great football players all around this league. And so we have to find a way to win no matter what adversity hits us and no matter what situation we're in the game.
Triggs, they pulled it out. I read an outrageous stat yesterday I want to read you. Over the last 2 seasons, the Chiefs are 6-0 when they fall behind by 10 or more points with Patrick Mahomes as quarterback. That is absolutely outrageous. What do you think?
Chargers defense was excellent yesterday, and Justin Herbert was fantastic, and yet it still wasn't enough. Mahomes is amazing. Let's just show some of the footage here. Mahomes, the pass to Tyreek Hill is one of these passes that no other quarterback in the league really attempts, and really few could ever make. It goes 60 yards in the air. He whizzes it in, touchdown. This is when they're down 8. And then I thought the third down run was even more impressive here. 3rd and 20. It's one thing to be a quarterback who can throw from any angle and make any play. It's also another thing that he could beat you with his legs. And then the 3rd and 3, looking, watch him stretch for the first down here. That's the little stuff. We could break this down 100 ways, Butker and the Chargers and what Herbert did. This was about Mahomes, and it is. And here he is in 4th quarter and overtime, 14-20, 176. The Chiefs are never out of a game. Imagine that as a fan, that your team is never going to be out of a game, no matter what the deficit, because that guy's the quarterback. Mahomes was fantastic, proving yet again he belongs in that conversation as the best in the entire league.
6 straight games the Chiefs have been down double digits. 6 straight! And they've won every single one. The story of this game was supposed to be, oh, Justin Herbert, amazing. He starts, he wins. What a great story. He opened the new stadium. No, Mahomes is too good. Butker, whatever. The Chiefs didn't really have it yesterday. They were sitting on 6 points for most of the game. It was ugly. They were flat. They did not have it. And they still have Mahomes. That's what's the most humbling. When they don't have it, they still have you.
Credit to the victors. The more things change, the more they remain the same. And speaking of that, Tyrod Taylor, history repeats itself. I want you guys to check this out. Tyrod has been in this position before, unfortunately. He's been a guy who had an opportunity, and then just check out the backups. You have a knee in Buffalo, and it's Manuel, Peterman, and then a concussion when he was at Cleveland, and Baker Mayfield takes over. And here he is with chest injuries right before the game. Justin Herbert takes over, and he looked good. Even though they took the L, I will say that I believe this is Tyrod's last game starting as the quarterback for the Chargers. Justin Herbert was just that good. He wasn't perfect by any means. I'm not going to sit here and crown him because he did take an L, but I just don't think that Tyrod Taylor did enough in that first game for him to be the starter moving forward, even when he is healthy. Shout out to Herbert and shout out to Tyrod Taylor, who now is the #2 quarterback for the Chargers.
Anthony Lynn maintaining that Tyrod Taylor is the quarterback, at least that is what we are hearing as of this Monday. We will see. Herbert, we'll get to it in a little bit, 311 yards. That is the 4th most in an NFL debut in all of NFL history. And he found out he was starting like 3 minutes before he went out there. Lots to be excited about, but you're probably bummed if you didn't win because of the bonehead mistake. We'll get into all of that up next. More highlights. Tweet the show, please, at GMFB. We're on Twitter. Light us up. After this, wait until you see this monster day that a super friend of the show, Aaron Jones, had against a division rival in Detroit. We've got Packers-Lions highlights next.
Like a superpower, bringing hope to your despair. In your darkest hour, right away, Red Cross is there to honor the words we've said, and the cross we
Oh no, you hate coming home to a dark house, and you're uptight about noises outside in the night. Outdoor lighting systems cost a fortune, and leaving lights on all night drives utility bills out of sight. You need the Bell & Howell Bionic Spotlight, the outdoor motion sensor light that is motion activated, so it automatically turns on the instant motion is detected and turns off when the motion stops. Bionic Spotlight is solar powered, so there's no expensive wiring or batteries to change. Simply place it where the solar panel can soak up the sun, and you're done. The panel collects the sun's energy to charge all day, so it has the power to provide light when and where you need it all night. Bionic Spotlight looks just like a professional security camera that is actually a high-tech security light with smart motion sensing technology. Look, the instant the motion sensor detects movement, Bionic Spotlight triggers 8 high-intensity LED lights that shower the entire area with light, covering over 600 square feet. The light stays on for as long as the motion continues, and then shuts off 30 seconds after it stops, so there's no more arriving home to a dark house. Illuminate walkways and stairwells for visitors and guests. Light up your garden at night or the yard for kids and pets. Add Bionic Spotlight to your sports court and to help secure outbuildings and storage sheds. So you can spend hundreds of dollars on an outdoor lighting system, or you can save hundreds of dollars and get the motion-activated Bionic Spotlight for just $19.95 with free shipping. Bionic Spotlight is year-round outdoor durable and weather-resistant and backed by our 5-year warranty. And if it fails for any reason, return it for a full refund. But wait, if you order right now, you can double the offer and get a second Bionic Spotlight. Just pay a separate fee. You get it all. 2 Bionic Spotlights backed by our 5-year warranty for one low-value price. And the shipping is free. And when you call, ask about the contractor's discount on the complete 6-light home value set. Bionic Spotlight is all you need. It's guaranteed. Here's how to order.
To order, call 1-800-318-2308. That's 1-800-318-2308 or order online at BionicSpotlight.com.
To play this NFL season, it takes medical experts developing safety protocols, cleaning crews sanitizing every surface, doctors and athletic trainers overseeing screening and testing, engineers finding innovative solutions to new challenges, and the entire NFL family doing their part to protect each other. As the situation with COVID-19 evolves, so do our safety measures.
Tomorrow, we're revealing the latest power rankings for all 32 teams. Find out where your squad lands on the list.
That's why I'm here.
NFL Power Rankings, tomorrow at 3, only on NFL Network.
After the game,
Room to run. Still going.
our analysts break it all down with the stars of the night.
Man, it's an insane game.
That's big time there.
The Mercedes-Benz postgame show, Thursday on NFL Network.
First regular season game at Allegiant Stadium tonight. It's the Las Vegas Raiders welcoming the Saints to town. It's on ESPN. We'll preview the matchup with Drew Brees and those Saints later on in the show. And who should we start in fantasy? No Michael Thomas? What? We'll tell you.
We had a game yesterday here between the Vikings and the Colts. Two teams that start off the season in ways they did not want. Vikings have never beaten the Colts in Indianapolis. Would that change? Kirk Cousins looking to get something going. Nope, interception. Kenny Moore gets the pick, brings it back. Cousins threw 3 interceptions in this game. He would finish with 113 passing yards, no touchdowns, and 3 picks. Phil Rivers did better than Cousins. Here, up 18-3, finds his man Zach Pascal for the 2-yard touchdown. Colts would go on to win 28-11. They're back on track. Vikings, could be in a pretty bad deal with these teams playing in the NFC North.
All right, let's stay in the NFC North. Lions, Packers. And that man right there was balling out. I'm not talking about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Jones was doing his thing. Rodgers played well, too, finished with 2 TDs. And here's the opening drive of the second half, and here he is. Look at this, 75-yard touchdown. Aaron Jones, guys, he is going to break the bank. Career long for Jones. Jones finished with 168, 2 TDs, 4 receptions, 68 yards, and another TD receiving. And check out those Oakley glasses. Ooh-wee. He got that 24-karat vision. Okay, Matt Stafford trying to do something, and he didn't do it right. He tried to hit Danny Amendola, and that was intercepted by Chandon Sullivan. The Packers, they would win, and they would win big, 42-21. Looks like the Packers picked up where they left off in the regular season. They are now 2-0.
All right, Niners-Jets. This is the worst highlight package of all time. There's an online meme of these gentlemen who dance while they carry a casket. I feel like we need them for this. This is terrible. So the Jets are running the ball, Franco up the middle, and look at Nick Bosa, who gets bent backwards at the bottom of the screen, immediately grabs his knee. Shanahan says likely an ACL. He goes off in the cart. So that's terrible. 2 plays later, we're highlighting Solomon. This is just 2 snaps later. Bosa's barely into the locker room yet, and they have to back up the cart because Solomon Thomas goes down and would be carted off with a knee. So let's try to do some uplifting here. Let's have some actual football. All right. Jimmy Garoppolo goes to Jordan Reed. Remember him from Washington? He was injured a lot, okay? And he's back. That's good. But wait a second. That was Garoppolo's last play. He leaves because he gets banged up. Shanahan, what's going on out here? You're winning, but at what cost? A very empty-feeling win for the Niners now as they stay on the East Coast getting ready to play the Jets next week. 31-13, though. The Niners get to 1-1, a very expensive win. Look.
Yeah, 4 starters leaving the game with injury.
It was
I know things are going. Go ahead, take it away.
No, I was just saying, it's just tough and depressing Sunday, obviously, if you're a 49er fan, but also when you see some of the rash of injuries from around the league, it really is something. And keep in mind that for the 49ers, this was a costly week for them. They were already out Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Dee Ford, Richard Sherman as well. And now they'll be without more key players, starting with their reigning Defensive Rookie of the Year, Nick Bosa. As we saw, he was carted off to the locker room in the first quarter after suffering a knee injury. He'll undergo further tests today, but head coach Kyle Shanahan said after the game, as Kyle had mentioned, it's believed to be a torn ACL in his left knee. Now, Bosa tore his right ACL back in high school. And just 2 plays after Bosa went down, defensive tackle Solomon Thomas lost to a knee injury as well. It's believed Thomas also suffered a torn ACL after getting blocked into another player. Thomas was also carted off the field. That could be 2 key parts of the Niners defense lost for the season as well. On the offensive side of the ball, running back Raheem Mostert, who broke off an 80-yard touchdown run on the first play of the game, was lost to what is believed to be a mild MCL sprain. This according to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport. He'll undergo more tests today to gain a full timetable of how long he's expected to miss. And just when you think it couldn't get any worse, quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo also lost to injury. Jimmy G suffering a high ankle sprain on a first-half sack by Quinnen Williams. Garoppolo finishing the half, even throwing 2 touchdown passes, but didn't play in the second half. He was ultimately replaced by Nick Mullins, who finished the game. Shanahan talked about how sticky the turf was at MetLife Stadium, and the players also expressed their concerns. Eric Armstead went so far as to say that playing on that turf is anxiety-inducing. And keep in mind, as Kyle had also mentioned, they'll be in West Virginia training because they'll be back at MetLife Stadium playing on that exact same turf on Sunday.
Oh, my gosh. And you grew up loving that team. Well, you just did an entire 3-minute news hit on all the injuries on a team that represented the NFC in the Super Bowl. And I feel bad for you, but it's at least, you know what? Well, at least you don't have an earthquake situation you were dealing with over the weekend. Or at least you're not sitting in your garage in the middle of the night on the West Coast with crickets. At least there's not wildfires raging near your home. At least there's that. There's a lot to be grateful for.
2020. Okay, 2020. What are you going to do?
We love you. 2021 just around the corner. Up ahead, more highlights for you guys choosing us this morning. Thanks for waking up. We are making it rain with highlights. Let's talk about those Eagles. Ooh, Carson Wentz continues to struggle. Rams looking good, though. So is the NFC West, which makes Will Silva sad.
Let's be honest. Some pain in life can be easily avoided. Like the pain Americans get from overpaying on car insurance by $21 billion. Use the Zebra. It compares top providers and can save you hundreds of dollars. Avoid the pain. Compare for free at the Zebra.
Step your game up with NFL Red Zone and NFL Network.
Look at him turn.
Catch every touchdown from every game Sunday afternoons with NFL Red Zone. Join host Scott Hansen as he brings you every can't-miss moment as it happens.
We go to the Octo Box.
And get NFL Network for exclusive live games, original series, breaking news, fantasy insights, and much more.
You guys, that's what I'm talking about.
Go to GetNFLNetwork.com to get it all.
When you've got auto glass damage, Safe Flight can come to you.
And you'll get a text when we're on our way. Just leave your keys on the dash, and we'll replace your windshield with safe, no-contact service.
Schedule at SafeFlight.com.
Safe Flight Repair, Safe Flight Replace.
I want to use my platform to speak out for people who can't speak out for themselves. Whether it was criminal justice reform, education disparity, police community engagement, it's like, let me do my part. This started with this bill to restore voting rights.
Players from the Saints helped that law get passed because they got involved.
When an athlete steps up, people listen.
It's the power of collaboration. That's how we create change.
If it's happening now, you're going to be hearing it on NFL Now.
Get the latest from around the league with up-to-the-minute news on all 32 teams.
This is a guy who can help them win now.
NFL Now, today at 1, live on NFL Network.
Welcome, NFL Game Day Live.
During Sunday's action, keep tabs on the league and your fantasy team with highlights of in-progress games.
One of these superstars are going to get you out of that hole.
Ridley, touchdown.
NFL Game Day Live, Sunday at 1, only on NFL Network.
Be good, be long, be right.
Be right.
No Barney's if that baby bopping for the hype. Had phone call, about to hit a play. On the weekend, in LA. Said you wouldn't get far. Boy, they was wrong, boy, they was gone. Know it's what they called. Everything I did, everything I lived through was worth it. Yeah, I never did an eye for an eye. Prior to the side, I was getting by for days. Now I'm fresh by half a day.
Go to NFLshop.com and get free shipping.
Disappointment.
Like a superpower, bringing hope to your despair. In your darkest hour, right away, Red Cross is there to honor the words we've said, and the cross we wear is red.
To play this NFL season, it takes medical experts developing safety protocols, cleaning crews sanitizing every surface, doctors and athletic trainers overseeing screening and testing, engineers finding innovative solutions to new challenges, and the entire NFL family doing their part to protect each other. As the situation with COVID-19 evolves, so do our safety measures.
I take no pleasure in doing this highlight. It's not an easy one. It's Bears-Giants. You'll see what I mean. Home opener here for the Bears at an empty Soldier Field. Saquon last year was tough sledding last week, rather. Here we are, though, in the second quarter. He's going to break tackles, slip out of one. That's what Saquon does. Eddie Jackson brings him down, and he stays down. Immediately grabbing his knee and punching the ground. That sickening sight we've seen so many times. It's awkward the way it goes down. It's even stranger watching the game because a few plays earlier, it appeared that Saquon had injured his arm. He gets back in, he gets up, and he tears his ACL. And you can see the frustration for a million reasons. This was going to be a potential contract setup for Saquon in the future, a huge year for him. And now this. Meanwhile, the Giants were close at the end of the game. The Bears couldn't put him away. On the last play of the game, Daniel Jones is going to try to go to Golden Tate. It gets knocked down. There was a flag. It was for pass interference on the offense anyway. So the Giants lose. They lose the best player in their team, and the Bears are 2-0.
Yeah, with the Giants 0-2, with the Eagles fall to 0-2 also, Goff and Wentz do that kind of bro hug type deal before the game, and it was all Goff. There was not much Wentz. Goff goes 13 for 13 to start this game. Rams would be up early in this one. Second quarter, Rams leading. Goff looking, hits his man, Higbee. Higbee was all over the place.
He was balling.
A tremendous game. He had second touchdown there. Goff, remember, 13 passes to start the game, a career high. McVay had him dialed in. Could the Eagles come back? Here they're down only 5 points. Wentz puts all his work in interception. Picked. A crucial interception. Would they have a chance? Watch this. Darius Williams in the end zone, dives across. Wentz would finish with 2 interceptions. Fourth quarter now, Rams are up still 5 points. Goff goes right, has Robert Woods short. Instead, let's go long. And guess who it is? Tyler Higbee. Higbee would have 3 touchdowns, 54 receiving yards. Goff gets the victory. A lot of happy Rams fans right now. A lot of frustrated Eagles fans. This was another blowout. Eagles now 2 bad losses to Washington and to the Rams. Carson Wentz, is the sky falling?
All right, love it. I mean, Carson Wentz, not great. We got to talk about what's going on in Philly here, guys. Very concerning. 2 interceptions in back-to-back games for the first time in his career. Nate, what is going on, and how concerned are you about this Eagles squad?
I am concerned. First, let me shout out Tyler Higbee. Tyler Higbee balling. But, you know, when it comes to the Eagles, you know, as good as Carson Wentz is and as many guys that are banged up, Is it excuse to say that he should be playing better? Is it wrong for me to challenge what this offense is doing? Is it okay for me to say that these guys aren't fulfilling expectations? How wide open were we saying this NFC East was? And then all of a sudden we see throws like this. Now, I know what he is thinking. He was thinking I can deliver this